Hello everyone, my name is Infinity and this is Magnetize Yourself, where we talk about life, love, spirituality, and of course the law of attraction. I am sending you all so much healing, love, and light today. I know many of you responded to my recent Instagram post where I provided a bit of a prequel for this twin flame reading today. In this energy update, I shared a few channeled thoughts and messages about what I intuitively felt would come out during this reading. So if you haven't checked out that post yet, you can go follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself. But in that post, many of you seemed to resonate with the idea that there could be, at this time, in the Twin Flame Collective, some manifested 3D illusion of separation. And I choose those words carefully, illusion of separation, because twin flames are never truly separate. We have always been connected through lifetime after lifetime. However, at times in the physical world, because we are both human and soul dwelling in this physical vessel, these bodies, we often experience this fight between what our heart and soul knows to be true and the stories our ego gets told by others or by society and then continues to retell over and over again, keeping us trapped in these cycles of fear and insecurity and anxiety that then our twin flame mirrors back to us. And the results can be manifested feelings of separation or even literal manifestations of separation. But as I was meditating for this reading, I got the channeled message that separation is sacred. In fact, everything about the twin flame path is sacred. Even those moments where the ego perceives a disconnect, those moments exist for a reason, just like everything else twin flames experience. This is all divinely intended. Nothing is going wrong. So if you connected with that portion of the Instagram channeled message, I just want to send you so much love in this moment. And I hope you will receive that love and give it to yourself. Most of all, just absorb it into your being. And truly be so kind and gentle to yourself right now, because as many of you know, we have now begun a Mercury retrograde in earnest, which of course is nothing to fear, nothing to be afraid of. But these Mercury retrogrades are so well known for being times of miscommunication, times where we feel really confused or conflicted or have unexpected issues in our lives. But I like to really flip the script on Mercury retrograde and really say that these times, these Mercury retrogrades, are actually times in which it appears we have this manifestation of confusion, at times of doubts, of anxiety, of miscommunication, not for the purpose of just chaos, but for the purpose of deeper level healing. Because when we do this deeper level energy work, it can be very messy. And I feel Mercury retrogrades are just astrologically perfect times to do this deeper level healing work that, again, can often look a little bit confusing or chaotic on the surface. So I just wanted to share those initial messages with all of you. But now I will be shuffling the cards. I'm beginning with the energy oracle cards today. And just to clarify, this is a twin flame love reading. So I will be bringing forth messages for twin flames or divine counterparts, those who are in a divine union. Regardless of whether you've met your person or not, there will hopefully be a message in here that resonates with you. Now, I always have to preface these readings by saying that, I'm kind of laughing because one card already fell out, by saying that not all of these messages are going to resonate with you, and that is okay. These readings are collective, so I will be channeling many hyper-specific messages for different people at this time, so just take whatever feels good and connects with you. Now, with that being said, if you would like me to be able to channel hyper-specific messages for you personally, then do give this video a like and also subscribe to this channel. Because when you take these two actions, when you like and subscribe, you are actually literally contributing your energy to this reading. And what this means is that I'm able to sense your energy better, and I'm better able to bring through specific messages for you and your specific situation with your twin flame. So like I said, there's already one card that came out here. I'm going to see if there are any more cards we have for this moment. By the way, throughout this reading, I will be recommending specific subliminals. For those of you who don't know, subliminals are powerful sound therapy tools that contain unconscious affirmations, along with binaural beat frequencies and soothing meditation sounds. All of these come from my website, soundandsoulful.com, where I've created over 100 subliminals for all areas of life. So as you can see on the screen, I have subliminals for physical appearance changes, for mood shifts like confidence and happiness, for manifestation of material things like money and success. But for twin flames specifically, I have an entire section of subliminals dedicated to assisting twin flames in radically shifting their energy and therefore shifting the nature of their twin flame connection in the physical. So any subliminals I recommend will be linked in the description box and the pinned comment under this video. You can try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days when you create a free trial account on my site. So this one card came out, but now the cards are quiet, so I'm really curious what this card is. By the way, guys, if you hear me writing in the background, I'm going to be doing some automatic writing during this tarot session just to see if I can bring through any more hyper-specific messages that way. Okay, guys, so the first card, and in fact the only card that wanted to come out initially, is the third chakra card in the reverse position. Now, as you all know, the third chakra is the solar plexus chakra. This card has been coming up a lot reversed recently in my twin flame readings, and I feel that the reason for this, there's something coming up over and over about feelings of insecurity or anxiety stemming from a solar plexus wound. I just heard it's not what you think it is, which might sound like a vague message, but it's like what I'm hearing is someone might be in a situation where your twin flame is triggering you in some way. Specifically, I'm feeling a divine feminine who is kind of slipping into this, a little bit of a chaser energy. Again, this won't be everyone, but there's a divine feminine who feels like she is, I just heard not enough for her masculine, or feeling like she has to push this connection. Now, this might not literally be like chasing him as in like pursuing him really, really heavily. This could just be that she's kind of in this push energy, just like over fixating on the outcomes and the connection. Yeah, and then the next card that came out is the garden and the gate in the upright position. I'm going to read a little bit about this card, but I do feel because there's a woman pictured in this card, I strongly feel I'm connecting with a divine feminine here. And by the way, just to clarify, when I said it's not what you think it is, just to finish that thought, I feel that someone, potentially this divine feminine, is being triggered by her divine masculine in some kind of way. I just saw someone with a phone. I keep seeing someone texting, so this could be someone like texting the other a lot or feeling like they aren't getting text message communication back. Again, that won't be everyone, just for someone specific. But whoever this person is, I feel like your ego is telling you that it's your divine masculine who is triggering you, when actually what is happening is there is some deep-seated insecurity. I'm not laughing, but I'm just like, whoa, I felt this movement in my solar plexus, like this kind of lurch in my stomach, and it felt like anxiety. And I feel like someone I'm connecting with has some kind of anxiety, again, specifically potentially around texting, not receiving text message communication, or their person not texting back enough, or it could just be anything, like any situation where you feel as though the other is, I just heard, not as interested. It's like this fear that the connection is not reciprocated. Now, I just want to step in here and say, just as a bit of reassurance, if this is you, just reaffirm to yourself and know that twin flame love is always perfectly mirrored, perfectly reciprocated, just because I feel someone needed to hear that right now. But also, if you are the person I'm connecting with, I would really recommend my solar plexus activation subliminal, because this is designed to really reach into those deep corners of the solar plexus, those very deep level, often even like inner child level wounds that we store energetically in the solar plexus chakra. And by doing this, this really allows you to radiate a powerful, confident, secure energy that will allow you to heal this wound and therefore heal it within your twin flame as well, since everything is always reflected. So the link to this subliminal, the solar plexus activation, is in the pinned comment and description box under this video. But now I'm going to read a little bit from the garden and the gates. For some reason, I heard someone I'm connecting with might either have plants or literally be a gardener. I know that won't be everyone. I think I'm just connecting with one person, so let me know if that's you. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden. I just heard find your inner peace. Like, I hear there's almost the person I'm connecting with. This is kind of a strange message, but I feel I'm connecting with a divine feminine who has two conflicting forces within her. And one is this peaceful goddess-like being. This is her soul self, her authentic self. But then there's also this, like, I just see someone like a woman who looks very frantic and anxious, and is like, for some reason, is holding a coffee cup, like drinking a bunch of coffee. And then it's like, I don't know if this person I'm connecting with literally drinks a lot of coffee, but it's like this person just has this like frantic, like overstimulated vibe. And there's this conflict between this so-called like very, very 3D focused, anxious, frantic self that comes from a very wounded space, specifically the solar plexus wound I'm speaking about. I feel this is an inner child wound that has created. Oh, wow, okay, I'm sorry guys, I have to say this. I also feel I have to say, if this is you, what I'm being guided to say is that is not truly you. It's how you were created to be by others. Others created you to be that frantic, anxious person who believed she wasn't deserving or worthy of love, that it had to be hard, that she had to push, that she had to chase, that she had to worry. Someone or something created you to be that way. Again, I'm strongly feeling this could have been parents who didn't love you the way you deserved, so you began to feel you had to work for love. I was also channeling messages earlier about a divine feminine who felt like she had to regulate the negative, bad moods of people around her, specifically her mother, her parents, in her life. And so later on, with her divine masculine, she always felt like something was wrong. He must not love her, like just because he wasn't, and it feels like it has to do with communication, like he's not saying enough or something, not reassuring her enough. If this is connecting with you, you're probably also someone who would say that your love language is, or one of your love languages is words of affirmation. But the reason that is because you've been so wounded because you never were affirmed when you deserved and needed to be affirmed. So you lost that internal affirmation. You weren't capable of affirming yourself, and so you turned to external sources to validate you, to affirm you. And I feel that for someone I'm connecting with that feels this way, your divine masculine isn't doing or by your ego's standards, isn't doing enough of that external verbal communicative affirming. And so this frantic, anxious self is like spiraling out. But I see this conflict between that and this very deep level inner peace, this goddess. And you have to know you are that inner peace. You are that goddess. You are not that frantic, anxious manifestation of a person that was created by your wounding. You are actually the goddess of your life, and you get to create and attract effortlessly, and you are worthy. You are worthy of effortless love and affection. Sorry, this is getting like so impassioned, but I just feel so strongly for this person I'm connecting with, and I know you really needed to hear that, which if you are this divine feminine, I would also really recommend my subliminal for the awakened divine feminine. Because I'm sensing, it's even like making me sad. I'm feeling this sad heart chakra wounding here, where there is a disempowered divine feminine I'm connecting with, a divine feminine who is feeling this conflict between being in her power, being empowered, emboldened, strong, confident, and then slipping back into this anxiety, this restlessness, this fear, this chasing energy. So to balance this out, to heal these energy wounds that are preventing this natural divine feminine magnetism, I would really recommend meditating to the awakened divine feminine subliminal that I will leave linked in the pinned comment and description box. For some reason, I heard the name like Mary or even like Martha or something like that, which is kind of funny because, there's also a Mary and Martha in the Bible that were really central in the story of Jesus. I don't know if some of you maybe also come from the Christian faith or might still consider yourself to be Christian, or that could have been something at some point along your path. I'm not sure. Okay, so I'm shuffling the cards again just to see, can I get any clarification on this divine feminine I'm connecting with who has this solar plexus wound? Community. Okay, this card is the number 7. So you might be seeing a lot of the number 777. For some reason, I literally heard just like, get out of your own head. I'm quite literally hearing a message here that it might be healthy and even really healing for someone I'm connecting with to just get out and do something pleasurable, something you enjoy. I'm getting a lot of like now sacral chakra energy, like just living life for the fun of it. And of course, many of you connecting with this channel, myself included, we're very spiritually minded people, and that's a beautiful thing. But sometimes people who are very highly sensitive and empathic can really get lost in that world of sensitivity, empathy, and spirituality, and it can be really, at times, it can be really healing to simply push yourself to get out of your usual space, to break out of your normal routine. So maybe like if there's been anything that you've been wanting to do, anyone you've wanted to reach out to, like I heard a new restaurant or coffee shop or somewhere you've wanted to go, I'm hearing now would be the time to really, I heard like treat yourself. I just heard radical self-care, especially during Mercury retrograde. That's going to be really, really important. So what else can I say to this person or this energy I'm connecting with here? Are there any other messages? For some reason now, the divine masculine is really wanting to come through. He's like, I feel like his energy is like poking me, like saying like, I am trying to say something here. So let's see if we can channel his energy here. So, okay, we've spoken now to a divine feminine. I want to hear from a divine masculine. What is a divine masculine feeling? Because I feel this divine feminine is feeling confused about how her masculine is really feeling. Oh my gosh, guys, these cards, they just almost made me cry. The first card is door to value in the upright position, and I instantly heard a very strong male voice say, "You are so valuable." And that just sent a wave of goosebumps down my spine. But I feel like there's a divine feminine who wonders if her divine masculine like thinks that she's valuable, or like, I just heard, "Do you even care about me?" And he's saying like, you mean everything to me. But then the second card is all tied up. So what I get from that is there's a divine masculine who thinks his divine feminine is so valuable and amazing, but somehow is in the physical really tied up when it comes to actually speaking this aloud. I don't feel like this is being communicated. So since this isn't being communicated to this person in the 3D, what other messages can I bring forth from this divine masculine who is a little bit tied up right now? What does this divine masculine want to say? Let's see if we can get any other messages. Why? Okay, let's ask why. Why is this divine masculine all tied up? Why is this divine masculine not speaking more in the physical? What is going on with this divine masculine? Yeah, he's really gone quiet now. That's kind of funny. He just stepped in to say, like, you are so valuable. It's almost just like a message of love and then nothing. Okay, guys, I actually just several cards fell out. So the first card is walking away in the upright position. I instantly heard, I'm scared of you walking away. And this is interesting because I actually feel this energy is mirrored. What you need to know, if you, whether you identify as a divine feminine or divine masculine, if you are coming to this reading with some kind of fear of losing your counterpart, losing this connection, or losing some kind of progress you've made, or having this person walk away, what you need to know is this energy is perfectly mirrored, because I'm hearing this from both the divine feminine and divine masculine. It's like this ironic thing, because they're both afraid of the other person walking away, and yet I feel that isn't being clearly communicated, potentially especially by the masculine. Appreciation in the reverse. I just heard a divine masculine saying like, I feel underappreciated. But I feel like this actually connects with their own solar plexus chakra wound, because again, these energy wounds are all very, very reflected. In fact, perfectly reflected, perfectly mirrored. So what I'm connecting with here is, and again, these energies could be flipped for you. I'm just speaking to what I'm hearing generally. I'm hearing there's a divine feminine who has this solar plexus chakra wound. And because of that, she is feeling this kind of anxious, frantic, kind of chasing energy. But on the flip side, because this energy is always perfectly mirrored, her divine masculine is actually also wounded in the solar plexus chakra. But the way he manifests this wound is by clamming up, by being all tied up, by not verbally communicating as much. But the reason he's not communicating how valuable his feminine is to him is because he's feeling with this appreciation in the reverse, unappreciated some way. And I don't mean specifically like the feminine isn't appreciating him, but I want to get some clarification on exactly what that underappreciation is, because I strongly hear the word underappreciated, but I don't know why. So why is this divine masculine feeling underappreciated? What is this energy of underappreciation? Okay. First chakra. So the first chakra card is the root chakra. So yeah, I'm strongly feeling here, this masculine that I'm connecting with, again, this won't be everyone, but someone I'm connecting with has some kind of deep-seated feelings of insecurity, instability within this connection. For some reason I heard, I'm afraid that I can't be a provider. So I don't know if that connects with you. Maybe there's a divine masculine who is afraid that like his divine feminine is so stable on her own or powerful on her own, or even financially, I'm hearing could be career-wise or financially stable. It's like this divine masculine for some reason is feeling like he is not being respected in this connection, but it's not because specifically the divine feminine isn't respecting him. It's because he isn't allowing himself to feel deep level self-respect by feeling secure and confident within himself. And the reason for this is I feel like could also be connecting with the divine masculine who is really trying to find himself in life, or feeling like maybe someone who feels a little lost when it comes to finances, money, or career. Again, this won't be everyone, but I feel like there's someone who's feeling like very materially or physically, there's some kind of instability here that is causing him to feel almost like, I see the divine feminine is so powerful, but I don't see myself as her equal. So instead of telling her, affirming her, telling her how valuable she is, I am going cold, I'm acting distant, I'm clamming up in some way. I don't know, I know that won't connect with everyone, but that is a message coming through here for someone. Which, by the way, if that message is resonating with you, I do also have a root chakra activation. I've been trying to create several different chakra targeted subliminals to really activate each of the chakras to their highest vibrational state and allow you to do really focused energy work wherever in the energy body you would like to focus upon at the time. So if this connects with you right now, I will leave a link to the root chakra activation in the pinned comment and description box. But the next card, okay, 2 more cards in that initial kind of spread, speaking on why the divine masculine isn't speaking as much about what he is feeling, or has potentially in some cases gone a little distant or a little cold, or there's been this perceived separation. The next card is the Magician in the Mirror. I'm not sure exactly how this card connects, so I'm actually going to read a little bit about this from the guidebook. Okay, so let's see what this card has to say. Knowing and using your true power. This card upright represents the culmination of your personal and spiritual power at this time. For some reason I heard, you don't remember, but everything has been leading to this moment. I almost feel like this is someone's higher self, someone's soul self, or their person's higher self speaking to them. Because I feel someone I'm connecting with is going through a time where things feel like the communication is muddied. There might even be a separation. There's a lot of confusion, feelings of either anxiety or instability, depending on which side of this you resonate with. But then there is like this higher self message saying, this is a culmination point, meaning everything has led you, everything has prepared you for this moment of deeper level healing, and in fact, for this sacred separation. If you would perceive it to be some kind of separation in the physical, it is sacred. There's a reason for it. And the reason is to heal and balance this connection in a more profound way. But I feel that whoever I'm connecting with that message, how you're actually feeling is the total opposite of that. I do feel for many of you, it almost seems like there's some kind of a backsliding or a going back or a looking back. I'm getting strange feelings of nostalgia, by the way. This is a side note, but just know that you're not alone. If you've had strange moments recently of like feeling like you're either feeling overly nostalgic for the past, or specifically the past with your twin flame, with your person, or you are just feeling kind of feelings of sadness or anxiety about this connection, know that this is a collective trend right now, that many are experiencing and processing these feelings. So you're not alone in that. You're not backsliding. Nothing is going wrong here. There is just a lot being uprooted right now for the purpose of healing. And finally, of course, the last card is the 5th chakra in reverse, which of course makes a lot of sense because that is the throat chakra, which I was going to actually say this a minute ago, but I got caught up in some other message. I have to tell you guys, I have been feeling like, especially with Mercury retrograde, a lot of twin flames, and of course this has already been a theme in this reading, a lot of twin flames are experiencing some either miscommunication, lack of communication, like perceiving, it's almost like thinking that the other is saying something that they're not, or because they're not saying something that they're thinking something that they're not. Like a lot of ego getting involved in blocking communication energetically. So what I do want to say on that is just always keep in mind that with twin flames, 99% of our communication with our twin flame is entirely nonverbal. It is completely energetic. It happens no matter how far away we are, regardless of whether we've met in the physical or not, and it's always occurring. So if you're experiencing either a lack of communication or seemingly even miscommunication or confusion when it comes to communication, know that if it feels frustrating or like you're spiraling or confused, it's because it's not about the words you're saying, and changing your words, what you say or what you don't say, isn't what opens communication between twin flames. It's actually shifting the energy and then allowing the words to manifest, allowing the communication to manifest. But the energy blocks have to be opened first. So for this purpose, I've created a twin flame subliminal to open communication between twin flames. So this is a very powerful communication opener for twin flames because it focuses on the two chakras that twin flames communicate through the most, which are the heart chakra, which is by far the most dominant, and the throat chakra, of course, because that is the traditional seat of communication. So really clearing out these heart chakra blocks as well as any throat chakra energy blocks allows the energy of the situation between two twin flame counterparts to really clear, to open, so that communication happens naturally, effortlessly, and easily. So the link to this twin flame open communication subliminal is also linked in the pinned comment and description box. Okay, so what other messages can I bring forth for twin flames at this time? What else do twin flames need to know? Let's see if we can get any more messages from the energy oracle deck before I move on. Okay, the two cards that came out were first chakra, again, the root chakra in the reverse position. Remember, so sometimes I know I talk like the divine masculine has this energy wound or the divine feminine has this energy wound. But I really should be more clear on that because this energy is always perfectly reflected, which means the wounds, energetically speaking, are always mirrored. It's just that sometimes the manifestations of certain wounds energetically are more obvious in either the feminine or the masculine at certain points in time, but they both exist beneath the surface for both. So whenever I speak on one certain chakra wound, note that I'm actually really referring to a wound that is in both counterparts. It's just potentially manifesting itself differently. So with this root chakra in reverse and then adjacent possibilities in the reverse, what I just heard was, because you don't feel stable within yourself, you are not open to new possibilities. And actually specifically what I heard was offers of stability. So what I'm hearing is someone's acting against themselves here. It's like someone wants to feel stable within this connection. So they're pushing or trying to force some kind of external validation of stability. This could be trying to force some kind of communication, force some physical or 3D movement forward. Now I'm sensing there are a lot of divine feminines potentially doing this, but I'm also feeling there are even some divine masculines doing this. It could just depend on your connection. But I want to hear more about this situation of instability leading to not seeing possibility for stability. I just heard it's like almost making someone hopeless. It's like because they're exhausting themselves, feeling like they're pushing so hard for this person to be different or this situation to be different, they actually are closing themselves off to offers that could come in of stability. I hope that makes sense. I know that sounds kind of vague, but it's like they actually want, I just heard we want the same thing. I hear like your person telling you, if this message is connecting, that like, I want the same thing you do. Like I want this communication. I want this, whatever it is, relationship, marriage, engagement, whatever this thing is. But the reason that it's like I can't move forward because we both have this block. We both have this energy block related to stability, to feeling deeply unstable within ourselves. And until we find that stability within ourselves, we can't create that external stability together. But this is what this person wants. I just heard desperately wants, like both people desperately want the same thing. And I feel that's something easy to forget as a twin flame. Like, twin flames have shared vision, perfectly aligned vision for what they want for themselves, their lives, their future. Okay, that is feeling like all I can get today from the energy oracle cards. So I am now going to be pulling some love word scramble cards. So what other messages can I bring forth for the twin flame collective at this time? Silence. Wow, guys, what did I just say? Serious communication blocks for a lot of the collective right now, potentially even total silence. I feel like I just heard it could be an actual silence, like a lack of communication, or it could be, I also heard silence on the things that matter. I feel like there are certain things someone in this connection wants to hear that they are not hearing from their person. This kind of goes back to that need for affirmation, verbal affirmation. What other messages can I bring forth for twin flames? Instagram. I'm really curious about this Instagram card. I'm going to see if I can get some clarification. So some of you, just initially speaking, might be communicating with your person on Instagram. I saw a male watching, like looking at his phone, laying in bed, looking at his phone, specifically looking at his Instagram feed and kind of looking at his divine feminine through Instagram. But I feel those messages won't connect with everyone. For some reason, I heard like someone looking at pictures of their person, could be on Instagram or other social media, and feeling this intense sadness because it's like they're imagining themselves in the picture with that person, but they're not. It's like wishing that it's like, okay, this is the message I heard. This just gave me chills. There is someone looking at someone's picture saying like, I wish I had been there to know you at that stage of life. Like, I wish we had known each other then in the physical world. Because of course we've always known each other on a soul level, but I wish we had more time. Like, I wish in the physical we'd had more time together. I wish we'd always known each other. There's just some kind of sadness I'm feeling here connected to social media. So take that however it resonates. I don't feel like that's going to be everyone. I can't seem to get any more clarification on the Instagram cards, so I'm just going to move on to any more cards here from the Love Scramble box. Okay. Wow. Okay, so the cards that I pulled were first body, and also scared but hopeful. Scared and hopeful both came out here. So let's start there. I feel like there's this very strong contrast between these emotions, and yet they're what someone is feeling at the same time. It's like I am both deeply afraid and also so hopeful that things, it's almost like, for some reason I almost heard someone like wanting things, almost being afraid of having exactly what they want. I just heard someone saying like, what if I have you and then I lose you? And I feel this person is not vocal about this. It's almost like they are afraid, not even allowing themselves to move forward, to have what they want. I feel like this could be a masculine, and this might speak to why he might not be communicating more or moving forward. There's like this deep-seated fear. Can I get any more messages on this scared and hopeful card? Why is this person feeling both scared and hopeful at the same time? Okay, second chakra in the reverse position. Sorry, I kind of stumbled with my words there because I was surprised when I remembered that I had literally been thinking of this chakra because the body card also came up. And I was about to say this, but I was like, oh, I'm not going to say that. For some reason, I feel like someone has an intimacy block, like a fear of physical intimacy, because I see body and then scared. It's like, and I also heard maybe like, I am scared of the ways you light up my body. I'm scared of how intimate I feel towards you. I'm scared of these feelings, this powerful chemistry between us. For some reason, I just got the message, and this won't be everyone, But there is someone who might be with a third party karmic in some way, married, engaged, dating someone else, who is not very communicative with their person. I'm feeling I'm connecting with the divine masculine here, who is with this third party, not really communicating with the divine feminine, but they're feeling afraid of how physically passionate they feel. Like they can't even deny their feelings about this divine feminine. And it's like, I can't help but hope. Yeah, I'm hearing this really strongly. But then just in general, with the second chakra card in the reverse, this is the sacral chakra, which of course is the seat of intimacy, pleasure, especially physical pleasure, but even just creating in general. So this clearly connects with the body card. I feel like someone, because the second chakra is blocked, someone like, there is someone I'm connecting with now, and I feel this could either be the feminine or the masculine. I am getting a lot of feminine energy from this card right now, but I feel that someone literally has some kind of trauma around intimacy or connection that has caused them to feel like, I just felt this wave of like just woe, sadness, or like regret. It's like a feeling of regret for the way that I am, the way that others made me to be, the way that my circumstances made me to be, that caused me to become so disconnected from my own wants, needs, and desires, from my own ability to experience joy and pleasure. I feel like I could be connecting with a people pleaser here, someone who may over-sacrifice their own desires for others, so much so that this person has lost their knowledge even of what they love, what they enjoy. It's like they've become kind of disconnected with their own emotions because they've given so much to the people around them that they've been left empty. They're not giving to themselves. And because of this, they have some kind of intimacy or physical block when it comes to this connection. So again, what I'm feeling here, potentially a masculine, again, not everyone, but someone with a third party who feels almost guilt or fear over this intense, powerful physical connection he feels with the feminine. But then on the other side, I am strongly feeling a divine feminine who is dealing with feeling the same feelings of intense physical chemistry and attraction to the masculine, but scared for different reasons. I don't feel this person I'm connecting with is necessarily connecting with a third party, but I strongly feel that she is dealing with some kind of very deep level, like almost inner child wound, feeling of disconnect from her own feelings of pleasure and joy that is causing some kind of physical intimacy block. So if this is connecting with you, I will leave my sacral chakra activation as well in the pinned comment and description box if you'd like to do a little bit of deeper level focused sound therapy work on that chakra to really activate it to its highest state of being and clear out those blocks. Can I get any other information on this scared but hopeful, or this second chakra in the reverse position? Woman holding a heart in the upright position. Yeah, what I'm hearing is a divine feminine saying, I'm holding on so tight to my heart because I just heard the first time I loved, I got hurt. I feel whoever I'm connecting with now, it's like I just saw first love. So I feel like someone I'm connecting with has been very, very broken hearted in the past, either from a previous lover, a literal romantic partner, or even from her parents. It's like there was some early love situation, either romantic or familial, that just caused her so much pain. I just heard I gave, and it was never enough. I feel like I'm empty, but I want to give everything to you. I feel that this person I'm connecting with might have a kind of chasing energy. She might be kind of pushing or chasing through her actions or words. Whoa, okay, but the reason that she's doing this is because she is actually afraid to fully commit herself emotionally to this connection, to fully trust and give her heart away. So she's overcompensating through these actions that look like chasing. But in truth, it's like this chasing energy is actually her own way of pushing this person away without ever having to fully give away her heart, fully devote herself emotionally. Because the last time she did this, or the first time she did this, she was deeply hurt. So I just see someone clinging so tight to their heart, like unwilling to give it away, but it's almost like secretive, like they put up the illusion that they're giving away their heart, that they're committing, but deep down they are actually afraid to fully lean into this connection. Wow, really intense message that came through there. So now I am going to roll some letter initial dice. These could be the first, middle, or last name of you or your person, but alternatively, sometimes these just spell words. So take it as it resonates with you. N, C, J, W, U, B, I. So this person might have double letters in their name. M, A, U. For some reason I heard Maui, so someone's person that might connect with them some way. N, E. I saw the word Maine, or I may have even spelled that. So someone's person might live in Maine or something like that. C, D, H, J, Z, R, F, J, O. For some reason, I also keep seeing the name Josh or Joshua. M, E, Y. F, H, T, T again. S, V, L, F, J. So hopefully some of those letters connected with some of you. And now I'm going to pull some sign cards. So this could be the first, middle, or last initial, or not first, middle, or last initial, the sun, moon, or rising sign of you or your person. Capricorn, Scorpio, Libra, Pisces, Virgo. So your person could be, or you could be, Libra, Scorpio, Capricorn, Virgo, Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But again, these hyper-specific messages won't resonate with everyone, so just take whatever connects with you. So now I'm going to be pulling some final love messages. I want to get some messages related specifically to love and romance. So the card that just fell out initially is Sexual Union. Honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul, for there you will find true bliss. And I'm getting from this card, I feel like someone has been feeling restless, anxious, or even unhappy because they've been perceiving some kind of distance physically, forgetting that there is a deep union with their person that is eternal, that is unbreakable, that is internal, that is energetic. And I just feel someone needed to hear that. But also, of course, this could be connecting back to those messages of powerful physical chemistry and intimacy. So this is now the Lover's Oracle. Let's see what other messages, if any, I can bring through. By the way, I just saw 444 twice over the span of just the last few minutes. So that number might be significant to you in some way. What other messages can I bring forth for twin flames at this time? What do any twin flames listening need to know right now? A message for you. I'm thinking of you this very moment. Wow, guys, I'm about to cry. Your love fills me with light. I love you. The person saying this, I feel, is not saying this out loud. But what they want you to know is they're saying this with everything except words. That's what this person is saying. They're saying, listen to your own heartbeat. This person's being really sappy and romantic, but they're saying like, listen to your own heartbeat and you will hear my heart beating in sync with yours. You may have even had the experience of lying with this person and feeling your heartbeats sync up to the rhythm of each other. This is a really common experience for twin flames, or to have your heart rate regulated by your twin flames. So like you might be lying together, sitting together, and you feel your heartbeat kind of relax or kind of calm around this person, or speed up. It can go both directions, but this person's speaking to some kind of heart space feeling you get, and they're saying, you can feel me in that space. And it's like, I feel this person just like feeling almost like regret that they're like, I feel like they would want to say this in the physical, but I feel like the person that wants to say this might be the divine masculine that I was speaking to earlier, that has this really deep fear, some kind of fear. It's like they're hopeful but deeply afraid, and for some reason the fear is winning out right now. Of course, fear never wins out in the long term. The next message is reflection. Give each other some space at the moment. Trust and have faith that all will work out for the best. Wow, guys, really beautiful message. Wow, what a progression of messages here. So it's like we first get the message, honor the place in one another where you are one eternal soul. So basically saying you're always connected. And then one counterpart saying, by the way, just so you know, I'm thinking of you right now. Your love fills me up. But I might be afraid to say that in the physical. And then give each other some space. It's like this higher level guidance saying, if there is some perceived space at this time during this Mercury retrograde, know this is a sacred space. This is a healing time, not a backsliding. I just feel someone needed to know that. So now I'm going to pull some cards from the Romance Angels deck. What other messages can I bring forth for twin flames at this time? What else do twin flames listening to this reading need to know? Give your relationship a chance. This is what I heard. I heard this actually, and this won't be for everyone, but for many this will connect with that divine feminine I spoke on earlier who is afraid to fully give away her heart. I feel this person like being told, it's like, okay, and this is going to be kind of a hard pill to swallow for this person. I'm not trying to I'm not saying that this work is easy or anything. I'm just sharing the guidance that I'm getting, which is there is a divine feminine I'm connecting with who is giving the illusion of giving her heart away without fully giving her heart away, giving the illusion of even presenting herself as potentially even chasing this person, this connection, through her words, through her attention on it. But all the while, this person I'm connecting with isn't truly feeling safe enough to give her heart away. She's actually holding tight to her heart. She's actually not fully emotionally committing and leaning into this connection because she is afraid. And I feel that fear comes from, again, some kind of inner child wounding, some experience, first love experience, again, could be a parent's or early romantic partner, of brokenheartedness that is causing her to be hesitant to fully give herself away. And what I'm being told through this message is, give this a chance to be different. And I'm not saying take any kind of huge action. I mean, energetically, allow yourself emotionally, energetically to open to this connection, to open to possibility of movement forward, to open to the possibility that this connection could be one that is eternal, endlessly expansive, endlessly supportive. Because I feel someone, it's like, in spite of knowing they're on this twin flame path and even presenting the illusion of giving themselves away, they're actually kind of emotionally holding back out of fear. And I feel that their counterpart can actually sense that energetically, emotionally. There's something about, I just saw also there could even be a heart chakra wound here, like someone who might even be, again, like expressing anxiety about the connection, knowing they're a twin flame, watching twin flame readings, and yet not fully opening their heart energetically to this person. If this is you, by the way, I'm also sensing just some kind of wall in the heart chakra or pain in the heart center, like energetically, emotionally. So you might really benefit from my twin flame heart chakra activation subliminal. It's really designed to clear out any heart chakra blocks and really radiate that magnetic love energy toward your twin flame. Yeah, okay, so the next card that came out is community in the reverse. I feel isolated, I feel alone. Lonely is the thing that keeps coming up. I feel so lonely, even when I'm around others, because I'm without you. And somehow that loneliness is worsening this feeling of needing to hold on to your heart. It's like the lonelier this person feels, the more they close off emotionally from this connection, the more they refuse to fully give their heart away. Is there any other message I can bring forth? Yeah, once again, root chakra in the reverse position. Find the stability within yourself. Find the security within yourself. In order to, I just heard, be brave enough to give your heart away. Be brave enough to love. Be brave enough to hold the sacred space, even in times of perceived separation, and to trust. And then Angel of Balance in the upright position. I am going to read just a little bit about this card. Being centered and self-honoring in your choices. Strong destiny relies on a solid foundation of personal balance and emotional equanimity. Although things may have been out of sync in the past, this card is telling you that a greater equilibrium is now coming to your life. Yeah, guys, so this message is just telling you, it's like, yes, there is something within you again, potentially this root chakra wound, this instability within, this lack of security, even this anxiety, this deep sense of pervading loneliness, refusal to fully give your heart away because of that combination of energetic and emotional feelings. But this is a message of hope, saying this is transforming, this is changing. I feel this person I'm connecting with has actually also done quite a bit of shadow work, and you're being admonished to continue to heal yourself energetically, emotionally, continue to meditate, continue to clear your energy, to ground yourself, continue to address those triggers and release them. Yeah, I feel someone also just needed to hear the message, like you are on the right track, even though you're feeling these very deep and potentially even dark and confusing emotions. Things are coming into a greater balance. So the last thing I'm going to do is pull some cards from the Angel Answers deck. So the first card that came out is No. Now I want to know how this card connects. You guys know I get really curious about these energies. So I'm going to see if I can pull some more cards for this. What is this No card? Why is this No card coming up? How does this connect? How does this No card connect with this reading? Okay, several cards just fell out. For some reason I heard no, the thing you're afraid of or anxious about isn't going to come to pass. I feel like this is literally indicating, and this won't be everyone, but I feel someone is wrong in their, I don't want to use the word wrong. I mean, you know, I don't want to be so black and white, but someone is, I feel, going down this anxious, fear-ridden path with their thinking. And you're being guided into the knowledge that whatever you're worried about or anxious about isn't going to happen. I feel someone might even be misperceiving their person, painting them in a certain negative light. But this is just the heart trying to protect itself because of how it's been wounded, it's almost like this. For some reason, I heard I will hurt you before you hurt me, which of course is not unconditional love. And I don't feel it's that extreme for this person, but it's like, I feel the ego almost doing that, almost thinking like, I am so afraid of being hurt that I am going to push you away first or something like that. Rest and rejuvenation in the reverse position. So literally this card is telling me someone is like overthinking, potentially late at night or when they're tired, and you were literally being told like, just sleep on it, just allow yourself to rest. The next card, adjacent possibilities in the reverse, because I just heard your fear is blinding you to the truth of the situation, to these other possibilities, other possible explanations even for what's going on. It's like your anxiety in this situation could be getting the best of you, and also the thinking man in the upright position. So this normally indicates to me a masculine ego. So this either could be connecting with a masculine who's in his ego and thinking these anxious thoughts, but alternatively, and I feel for many, this will actually be a divine feminine who is worrying about a certain situation, or because the divine masculine is in his ego and he either said or didn't say something from a space of ego or acted in a certain way from a space of ego, the divine feminine is now turning around and overthinking the situation, losing sleep about it, getting anxious about it, painting it in a certain way, jumping to conclusions, and being told like, just relax. This is just the divine masculine's presence of ego that is being released, and whatever you are worried about, you aren't fully seeing the situation clearly. The thing you're worried about isn't going to happen the way you are afraid that it will. I know these are a lot of kind of strong cautionary messages, so I don't mean them to sound too harsh or anything, but I just want you to know, if you're on this journey, this path, you are not alone. And whenever I share these messages, especially when I'm being kind of straight up with like the presence of ego or these wounds, I hope you know that I am on this journey as well, that we are all on this journey together. There's a beautiful community of like-minded souls that share their stories, their experiences, their thoughts in the comments. So I would love if you could leave a comment and just let me know if any of these messages connected with you, resonated with you in any way. And if they did, please do subscribe to this channel. And you can also follow me on Instagram at Magnetize Yourself, where I post occasional twin flame energy updates and also several inspiring twin flame posts to keep your vibration up all day long. Also, if any of the subliminals I mentioned during this reading did resonate with you or connect with you or strike your interest in some way, that could be a sign that your intuition is leading you, pulling you in that direction. So if you'd like to explore more about any of the energetic benefits I have infused into each of those subliminals, you can click any of the links in the pinned comment or the description box under this video. And you can also try out any subliminal I've created completely free for 7 days when you create a free trial account on my website, soundandsoulful.com. Thank you so much for joining me here today, for sharing your time and your energy with me here on this channel. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day, and I'll talk to you again in the next reading.